Hi, Hugo. New dress?
Yeah, you like it?
Well, well, it's you.
Give me a beer. Okay, John. I saw something was bugging you when we shot that last scene. What is it, huh? A woman?
How did you know?
A guy senses things like that. John, if it's a woman, I'm the guy to talk to. I've been married 4 times.
Why would anyone get married 4 times?
Well, it's a stuntman's law. When you fall off, you jump right back on. Now, what's the problem?
I fell back on. My divorce is in trouble.
Huh?
This afternoon I found out that Joyce and I are not legally divorced.
Oh, boy, does Joyce know yet?
No, and I haven't got the guts to tell her.
You mean you gotta ask her for a divorce all over again?
I'm afraid so.
Well, look, that won't be any problem. You got her to give you a divorce once.
She liked me then. At the moment, the only thing she would willingly give me is a hernia.
I don't get it.
Hugo, you don't understand, Joyce. When she's mad, she's a very vindictive woman.
Oh, I see. You mean she's gonna give you a little aggravation?
Only in the sense that Hitler gave Poland a little aggravation.
John, there's one thing you have to remember. Strange as it seems, women are people.
Very profound, Hugo. What's your point?
Well, my point is, treat Joyce right, she'll treat you right. Like we used to say in the Marine Corps. You break my back, I'll break yours.
Hugo, are you saying I should break Joyce's back?
Of course not.
Oh, shoot.
John, you gotta butter her up a little.
Well, I suppose I could try being a little friendlier to Joyce. Greet her with a little smile, be a little more considerate, treat her with a little human kindness, maybe just a touch of humility. There's no way in the world I could pull that off.
You got no choice, you gotta try.
Well, I'm afraid you're right. I'll give it my all. No matter how long it takes, I'm going to get my wife to give me a divorce.
None of my business, honey, that the married ones always promise you that.
See Joyce yet?
No, but I'm ready for her.
Remember, John, go slow and turn on the charm. And never forget that women like you to waltz them around a little bit before you cut their legs off.
Morning, Fletcher.
How would you like a mouthful of chiclets, smart guy?
No, thanks, dear. I just had breakfast. Morning, Hugo.
Hi, Joyce.
Joyce, you look absolutely ravishing this morning.
Will you tell Twerp City he can stuff a sock in it?
Joyce, I can be humble, I can be contrite, I can be apologetic. What would you like me to be?
Eaten by rats.
I've always admired your childlike inability to hold a grudge.
John?
You're absolutely right. I was in the wrong, and I apologize.
Too late, fungus face.
This may take longer than I thought.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, John.
Tracy?
Did you get a chance to read my script?
Yes, I did, Tracy, and I'm very impressed.
Did you hear that, Joyce? Yes, I did.
And I think you're absolutely right that the offstage character is the focus of attention.
Oh, did you hear that, Joyce? Yes, I did.
So I don't think it would be right that the author of this wonderful script be relegated to a subordinate role. I'm having the writers reverse them.
How do you mean?
You'll be kidnapped, an undercover woman will rescue you.
Did you hear that, Tracy? But you can't do that.
Hi, everybody. What's up?
They want me to be kidnapped.
Why?
Because it's the important role. Tracy will have the audience's sympathy while she's bound, gagged, and stuffed into a soundproof rubber bag.
Ooh. Oh, Doug.
Leave this to me. Now, see here.
I am network liaison, and my opinion carries a little weight. I believe Tracy should play the other part.
How would you like a mouthful of chiclets, smart guy?
Then again, what do I know? Tracy, I tried.
Very sweet, John. And I'm sorry I called you slimy yesterday.
Joyce. Actually, you called me a slimy little toad.
You're still a little toad, but not quite as slimy.
She's melting.
No trouble at all to raise, and they're very affectionate, and your children would love one. But you'd better hurry because I've only got 6 left. Are you sure? Okay.
No luck? Fine friends they are.
What friends? I'm picking them from the phone book. Why are you so dressed up?
John's stopping by.
Again? Joyce, that's the 3rd time this week. Is something going on?
Could be.
Could this mean romance is in the air?
I wouldn't be surprised. The last time I saw him this romantic was when he proposed. I'll never forget. He brought me flowers, yellow tea roses, my favorites. And he took me to the most beautiful restaurant I'd ever seen. And then, just before he proposed, he had 12 strolling violinists play the same song we danced to on our very first date. Tie Me Kangaroo Down. John was never much for ballads.
Joyce, I hope you're right. I hope John really is feeling romantic. 'Cause then maybe you could dim the lights, cuddle up, get him in that certain mood, and I'll stick him with a 6-pack of cats. Hi, John.
Hello, Mitzi.
Don't you look divine tonight?
Thank you. No cat.
I think he's on to us.
Hello, John.
These are for you.
Oh, John, thank you. Have a drink. I mixed your favorite.
Oh, that was very thoughtful, Joyce.
Oh, John, yellow tea roses, you remembered.
Oh, I remember a lot of things. And going over our tax returns last week stirred up other memories.
Did it really?
Didn't it for you?
Of course. But we can't live in the past, I suppose. There's some things that just never can be recaptured.
On the contrary, Joyce, I think there are some things that should be done over again.
Do you mean that?
I do indeed. I think that if something seemed worth doing at some time in the past, it might very well seem worth doing again.
John, let me ask you. Have all your attentions this past week, all your thoughtfulness, have you been, well, leading up to something?
How well you know me, Joyce.
Have you been trying to get me in a receptive mood so you could ask me something?
Try and fool you.
Well, John, I would say the time is ripe.
All right, Joyce. Joyce.
Oh, shouldn't you do it properly?
How do you mean?
On your knees.
I don't really think that's appropriate.
Oh, come on, don't be so stuffy.
Very well, Joyce. Perhaps it is appropriate after all. I am about to beg. Joyce,
Yes, John.
will you divorce me?
What?
It turns out our Mexican divorce is illegal, and on the advice of my attorney, I have to ask you for a brand new divorce.
What?
It's just a formality.
Divorce? You've been softening me up all week for that?
Yes, how about it?
You've
been loving and romantic. It led me to believe, to imagine. What a fool I've been.
Joyce, there's been some misunderstanding. I assure you that I had no
Well, let me
intention.
tell you something, you conniving little worm. I wouldn't divorce you now if you were the last man on earth.
Joyce, does that mean no?
Be here for part 2 next Sunday night on The Betty White Show. Same time, same place. Here at the home of classic TV. Nick at Night.